race number 2. Our leader, 9X, Chris the Kid McCluggage. And take a look at Victor Sheldon, boat number 2 out of Vista, California, down the back straight.
Victor Sheldon on that Butch's 750, taking a tremendous pounding, but only a half a lap away from clinching the national championship.
Consistency might pay off for Victor Sheldon. He's so close, but receiving the checkered flag Pro Modified race number 2, it looks like it's going to be Chris the Kid McCluggage. Just a couple of more turns. What a great ride in absolutely horrendous conditions.
And listen to the crowd, Dave. The hometown boy comes through.
McCluggage jumps off the ski into 2 feet of water. Victor Sheldon, a big hug. Sheldon, our new national champion. Chris the Kid McCluggage with his first ever Pro Modified win.
McCluggage being mauled by his crew. He had a disappointing 10th place finish in Pro Modified number 1, and I think that may have been the fuel added to the fire that gave him the determination to win this Pro Modified number 2.
Chris McCluggage wins the battle. First place for him. Second place, winning the war, Victor Sheldon. Coming in third, Jeff Jacobs, followed by Chris Fischetti and Bill Pointer. We'll be right back to speak with our champion.
There is a dealership where you'll find the best selection of cars, trucks, and vans.
Myers Beach, Florida, the West Coast Performance Florida Nationals. It is official with a 45-point lead and 1 event to go. Victor Sheldon has captured the national title. Larry Riffenkroger is standing by with Chris McCluggage and Victor.
Well, thanks, Dave. We've got near monsoon conditions down here, but a couple of happy guys. Well, Chris, I think personally it's a great satisfaction to see you win one because I've been predicting it all season long.
Yeah, you've been saying to me since the beginning of the year you're going to win one. Said maybe in Fort Myers, but I guess it did happen in Fort Myers.
I got to ask you about the controversy earlier. You were called on a missed buoy in Pro Modified number 1. Was that part of the motivation for going out there and riding so hard in Pro Mod number 2?
Yeah, I wasn't too sure about the missed buoy subject, but boats hooked up perfect. Yamaha's flew.
I was going to say your sponsors have got to be real pleased with his first national win for them.
Yeah, I'd like to thank ProTech and thank you.
Victor Sheldon, the man of the hour, the man of the year for that matter. Fantastic year, and we just got word you just clinched the national championship overall.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what to say. You know, I'm speechless. I mean, it's been a dream for a long time, and it's finally happened. And this weekend, I mean, I was pretty worried about it actually because I've had a lot of bad luck in Fort Myers. I've lost a couple championships here, so you know, I was pretty worried coming into this weekend, and you know, I mean, and look what's happened. You know, the storm came, and the storm's here, and we stormed it this weekend. So it couldn't happen any better. I mean, Fort Myers was one of the funnest races I've had all year long. Even though I lost the second race, but you know, Chris has been there all year, and he really deserves a win. So my hat's off to him today.
What was going through your mind midway through that race when all of a sudden the conditions started changing so radically?
That was the weirdest race I've ever been on. I mean, we take off, and the sun's out. You know. It's flat water, no ripples or nothing, and then, I mean, we get not but 2 laps into the race, and there's 3-foot swells, you know, and you know, and we're swapping every which way, and it was the weirdest thing, but it made a really exciting race, and you know, I mean, these type of conditions make for a good racing for the jet ski tour.
Well, congratulations, Victor.
Thank you.
Well, Dave, it's windy, it's wet, but I don't think it matters to these guys. A couple of happy fellas.
Woo! Right on.
Sheldon and Jacobs first and second, that's a done deal. But Harry Gocher and Chris Fischetti, what a battle for third. One more event to go, 5 points separating the two.
Well, Tim came over to cheer me on. You know, he wants me to do good in this event, try and win the overall.
Hey, whatever it takes, brother. I have no fear against that.
Tim Judge, no fear. Wishing the best of luck to Art Chambers? I don't think so. Tim Judge, the national defending champion in the Pro X2 class, has had his work cut out for him all season long. After 8 events, Art Chambers leads by 2 points. Things got underway here at Fort Myers, Florida with the last slalom of the year, and Tim Judge gained some points. Winning the slalom event, then they went directly into the motos. First moto, X2 modified race, pole position with a great hole shot, Art Chambers.
Art with that familiar leg drag style off to a great start, trailing right on him, Jim Loophole.
Loophole from San Diego, California, a strong finish, a second place in this moto number 1.
And in looking at Art Chambers' style, he crosses over with 1 foot, drags the other leg out. It's very effective in getting the edge of the hole deep into the turn, but it also takes a lot of effort.
Chambers, Loophole, Kennedy, Allagood, and in 5th place, Tim Judge. Moto number 2, Pro X2 Modified. Again, the whole shot for Art Chambers.
Art was dominant in Pro Modified X2 racing today, winning both motos. And in the second moto, Tim Judge was able to put together a better ride and finish second.
Final result in the Pro Modified class, Tim Judge 3rd overall, but for Art Chambers, a 1st overall. Chambers' downfall, though, was in the limited class where he broke in one moto, 6th overall. So Tim Judge, a great day, moves ahead by 7 points. Coming up next, freestyle competition. The expert and the professional. Now, to become a professional, you've got to pay your dues. It's like going to college, and that is the expert class.
What is a stepping stone into the pro division, and the rider that can do well in the expert division can often land those all-important sponsorship dollars necessary to be competitive when they turn pro. In this week's Jet Scoop, we're going to take a look at some of those upcoming experts on tour this year. Historically, the expert class is the looking glass into the future as to who will be successful in the pro ranks. Currently ranked 2nd in the expert class is Robbie Meyer.
Okay, the bottom line between experts and pros is mechanics and machinery. Their mechanics and their riding ability is far superior to ours, and that's why they get paid so much more. We've got to build ourselves up through the expert ranks and get the experience and the ability to ride with the pros. They go a lot faster around the course. They can pass at any given time. You just got to stay in the experts and get the experience that you need to go up to pros, because it's quite a step.
Support from family, friends, and the pros themselves is invaluable, but the support they all seek is sponsorship. Like the pro class, the substantial dollars go to the top few, and the level of competition reflects this.
Oh yeah, it's vicious, man. There's just bashing going on. I have all the heavy gear, all back braces. Pro class is the same thing, man. Just bashing, bashing, bashing. Just rail to win if you have to.
And there's no shortage of ambition.
I'm shooting for number 1, of course. He's got a pretty fair lead on me. He's a really good rider, Rob Flory's got a lot of respect for him on and off the track. Excellent competitor. But as far as my own personal goals, I think I'm right where I wanted to be. I wanted to be in the top 3. I'm in the top 3. I'm happy with myself.
Both Sheldon and Jacobs were expert champions. Watch out for these guys.
Welcome back to the West Coast Performance Florida Nationals, Fort Myers Beach, Florida. Congratulations to Victor the Slasher Sheldon, boat number 2, and the entire Butch's crew. Our new national champion has given us plenty of thrills thus far this season. Victor Sheldon has given us plenty of thrills this season, and the action continues as Ford presents the final stop on the national tour, the Bud National Finals from Daytona Beach, Florida. Check your local listings. On behalf of Larry Rippenstroger, I'm David Stanfield. So long from Fort Myers Beach, Florida. Hotel accommodations furnished by the Lonnie